Rejection. Rejection has always been the big, well, it's not a problem, but it's always a big thing for me. When I was younger, my mom rejected me as a child. And it's not like she rejected were broken or she didn't want me, but I did something and she didn't like it and she rejected me. She didn't talk to me about it, so I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And it was such an impact on me that I had problems with women a lot. When I wanted to talk with somebody that I was attracted to, my nervous system was just chaotic. I froze or I flee. I couldn't talk. I was shivering. I was just stuttering. I couldn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was for me what I realized was the big problem.
Mm-hmm.
The root cause was the mother wound. And that's
Mm.
because of the trauma. And also, when you're an empath and your mother's getting in fights or she's angry, as a child, you will feel that because
Yeah.
you suck it in. Especially when you're children, you're a
Mm-hmm.
sponge, so you take it all in.
Right.
So I had to heal that mother wound, and still it's challenging. I still have to learn because I know rejection is just a moment and it's not personal, but I still feel there's in my body, it's like, no, 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 it's still scary. No, it's still danger. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm working through that right now. But for me, it was always this fear and flight and rejection that was holding me back.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to touch on the mother wound because one thing I've noticed when I talk to men, they don't know what the mother wound is and like what it means. So just want you to go back because obviously you've researched this. You can probably explain it better than me. How would you explain the mother wound?
Well, the mother wound is really in this connection. So you are connected with your mom, and if something happens, the disconnection, you will get disconnected. And I don't feel the connection anymore with my mom. Still, we are close,
Mm,
but it's not like when you see like mom is holding their son, or she's like cuddling with them, or whatever.
mm,
And that's what I've been missing with my mom. She didn't do that, and also she has her traumas that she has to work on. So I cannot blame her, but the
mm.
mother wound is really the disconnection from your mom. Something happened to you and it's disconnected, it's abrupted, and something will happen to you that you need to deal with. And that's what I call the mother wound because it's wounded. The connection is wounded.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. That's true. And what I noticed regarding mother wounds is that most men tend to generalize. If something happened to them when they were younger, right? They grow up with this idea of women. Oh, women are this, women are that, right? And they just use that to generalize from their own experiences with what happened to them with their own mothers. And I think for you to even go on that journey, like you said, you don't blame her. That's literally a step further than most people go because we'll stay stuck in this angry place, this blaming place, this victimhood, but not blaming your mum for that. It sort of takes your power back to say, yeah, she had her own traumas, just so I can't really blame her because she was acting from that place. I
Yeah.
mean, similar with me and my dad, there was a point I was really angry at him so much about how he basically conducted himself, maybe how he wasn't so present in my life. But then I was like, you know what? He grew up in a different time. He was probably being a parent for the first time. It's
Yeah.
not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I think the day I did that, it was so freeing because I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, that's another human being, just going through their own experience. I just happen to be their child, but they're having their own experiences. Um, so how do you have any suggestions for apart? I mean, including that, you have to look at the wounds as the mother or the father wound, right? As, hey, like this person had their own struggles. What other suggestions would you have, or what other things did you do alongside that made you reconcile with that wound and like heal it and move forward?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have many structures that I can go through. The first thing is acceptance. You have to accept that there's a mother wound or father wound, and there's no way for you to fix that.
Right.
Sometimes you can, but it's hard because if the person doesn't want to change or work on themselves, or I never told her there's a mother wound, and for me it's really scary to tell her because I don't know how she's gonna react. And plus, I did so much work on myself, so I don't really feel the need to really tell her. Maybe one day I will, but
Mm.
the first thing is really accepting that there's a break between you or you and your mother or father and you. The second is healing yourself. Start the healing journey. Okay, there's a wound that I need to heal because I remember when I started with the healing journey, it didn't come up. I didn't realize that was the root cause of all my problems,
Right.
the mother wound. But I believe there was other factors in my life that I had to sort out first. And then one day I was talking with a lady. She was in energy healing.
Mm.
She passed away a couple of years ago, and it came up. The mother wound just spontaneously came up, and I told her, and I started to cry, and was like, okay, so this is something really deep inside of me that was hiding until that moment came out.
Mm.
And then like 3 to 4 years later, I started talking about my psychologist about this problem because my issue was with women.
Mm.
And then the root cause came up again, and we started to work on that as well with the EMDR. And then I started to realize, okay, this is really the root cause. This is why I don't function as I should be. So
Right.
that's the next step that we have to do, is also healing, start the healing journey. And for a lot of men, it's like, I don't need healing. I'm strong, I'm tough, I don't need that. But it's just lying to yourself. So also that you're making excuses and you're lying to yourself so you don't have to get help.
Mm.
So stop lying. Don't pretend that you're so strong and tough, because you break down. You hold all this all these emotions in. So for the outside world, you can show as tough, but when you're in your house or in your car, you just broke down and you're crying. So you're just pretending, you're having a mask on. So drop all that. You don't need it. And the second or the fourth is really, for me, what I've learned is also taking responsibility of my life, because what's done is done. I cannot change the past. I cannot change my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I have to change myself. I have to say, okay, what's done is done. I start to heal myself and take my power back, like you said, Valentin, and start working on that. And then also forgiveness. Start forgiving, really forgive them and also yourself. Not like, yeah, I forgive them, but I still hate them. Like, no, you really from the heart feel that you forgave them, and that is not holding in your space anymore. It's not when something comes up, you're getting triggered, and that comes up again. Oh, what he or done me, and my father was never here. It's like, no, you never forgave. You have to learn to really say, okay, I from the bottom of my heart, I'm gonna forgive them. I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm gonna be the best version that I can be. So in my future children or whatever what you want to do, you don't give those traumas to your children, because that's what you see. You see this loop of parents not healing themselves, not dealing with their problems or copings, and they just give it on to their children, and they will do the same. So you have this generation of trauma hopping, and I broke that off. For me, if I would have children, I wouldn't give them the traumas that my mom or dad gave me. So that's the first step that you need to take, those steps. And if you do that, you will see slowly that your life will transform. And then the next step will come is the mindset, because you've been really negative most of your life, also by the system, by parents, by governments, all of that shit. So you need to change your mindset. You need to start talking positive. If something happens, oh yeah, I know it sucks, I know it's bad, but what can I learn from it? What can I do about it? What can I do today to feel good about myself, to smile? If you look in the mirror, you're not looking away because you feel shame. You say, okay, I'm here, I'm powerful, I'm standing here in my power. That's what you need to move to.
Yeah. Empowering and empowerment. I really love that. So Do you have any examples, maybe without getting into too much detail? What should men look out for example, if they are like certain aspects of what could happen between them and like women? Do you have any examples to illustrate that could possibly be a mother wound that you're not dealing with, if a certain issue keeps coming up when you're dealing with women, or certain beliefs?
It usually is the triggers. I always had these triggers. So what I mean with triggers is, once I saw a woman that I was attracted to, boom, triggers. Or even when I was thinking about, I'm gonna go out tonight, I was just stressed out of my mind just to go out. So those triggers are awareness moments. There's something inside of you that you need to heal. Usually when something triggers you, you know something is happening. If you're angry and something triggers you and you get angry, you know it's something, there's a wound there. So your triggers is a key indicator for you to work on yourself. You don't have those triggers for a reason. It's something that you have to work on. And it can be anything. It can be hatred towards women. You will go into pickup. So you have this power over women. You can manipulate them into bed. All those things that you try to do is first outside of yourself, because you try to get love outside of yourself, to feel love. And that's also what I've learned as well. Love myself, fully love myself with my perfections and imperfections. That was so hard, really loving myself. So that's also the step that you need to learn to do, really fully love yourself. If a woman rejects you, you just smile, say, okay, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't change who I am. I just barely know her, she doesn't barely know her. And then the mindset comes again. Maybe she has a bad day. Maybe she has just broke up with her boyfriend. You don't know her, and she doesn't know you. So it's a complete package. It's not just the trauma wound, but you also have to work on the lingo, how you talk to yourself, how you change your mindset. But what really came to me and how people will know is the triggers. If something triggers you, you know exactly that's something inside of you that needs healing.
Yeah. That's so true. Just somebody said that our triggers are our teachers. I know that word, like triggers, you overused in social media, but I think it's so important, like, to those moments of overstimulation.